What's happening, guys? It's good. What's happening, everybody? I hope we are good today. This is our first live stream this week on YouTube. We had a stream this morning, wasn't on YouTube. It was in our community. We have like a community on Telegram, so we go live like you see every now and then. So we had a stream then. Well, if you missed it, I understand you're not part of it. But there's a link to this video on how you can actually join that community, right? So you don't miss out on any of the streams. So let me do a sound check, right? Just let me know if you guys can hear me, and also let me do a check for my visual. Can you guys see? Just type a 1 if you can hear and see everything clearly, right? Yeah, just type a 1. I just want to confirm something. Okay, let me put this mic somewhere. Maybe here. Should be good. Hey, Mr. Nas, what's up, my man? You good? Afternoon, man. Afternoon. Gold's been ranging since morning. Oh yeah. We took a trade actually in the morning, and then we hit a stop. Yeah, because of the range. I think there's not much volume, so we took like a buy. I think around here. You know, then markets came down and it's been ranging ever since. We had reasons why we took the buy, but man, markets being markets. So I think this area actually is readjusted to this level where we have New York high right now. I don't know if we should be expecting selling pressure, you know, but I mean, I could only trade outside the range from here just to avoid all this chaos, right? And outside the range for me will be outside. Okay, thanks for confirming the sound, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, outside the range for me will be either buys here, okay, or maybe sells down here. Yeah, just maybe one of that. All right, that could be outside the range, right? Yeah. That's going to be outside the range. Price may retest those highs before pushing up. It's very possible, actually. I'm not going to argue with you. There's a high possibility of that happening, Joe. I like your t-shirt. Oh, really? Appreciate that. Exxon gave me this one. Check. So it's Exxon's premiere. Exxon gave me this. It's an Exxon's t-shirt. Thanks to Exness, which happens to be the best broker, according to me. I don't know, according to you guys. Yeah. What other platforms do you guys use besides Exness? Like to conduct your trading? What other platforms do you? Don't tell me MT5 and MT4. I understand, we all use that. Those are pretty much like, you know, platforms that we all use for just trading. But I mean like a broker that you guys trade on. Which other brokers do you guys trade on besides Exness? Someone says I only trade on Exness. Oh yeah, Mr. Nas sold his soul to Exness. No, I didn't sell my soul. It's just the idea that I found a platform that, you know, pretty much has everything that I ever wanted in a broker. Yeah, it's not selling my soul. Please. Sounds cliche. Like he sold his soul. Okay, I see the other platforms you guys are mentioning. Can you compare any of those platforms with the service you've gotten on Exness? Let's say like withdrawals, let's say like spreads, let's say in general, like, you know, customer support. You guys compare with any of those platforms? Even if you were to compare, which platform do you think takes a lead according to you? No. I don't be biased. Okay, don't be biased. Like because it's Mr. Nas's stream, so I need to just say whatever he's picked, and that's that. No. Just don't be biased. Just tell me like what platforms you use. You see, there's a platform, right? It's called Trustpilot. There's a platform called Trustpilot. I think I've spoken about this a couple of times, where you could check on the reviews per se in relation with the platform that you trade on. All right, Yeah, so I think the last time I was doing a search, I was checking on Airtel. I don't know why, maybe I was ranting about something. But let's say example, because sometimes you just want to understand, like, you know, what is everybody else saying besides myself about the platform that I'm trading on, right? It's key, trust me, like away from the strategy, away from the understanding of, you know, fundamentals and all these things. One thing that's key is the broker that you ever really will be trading on, right? And it has nothing to do with not this. It has nothing to do with, let's say, has nothing to do with picking what you think you just love for the sake of just love. But I think it's got everything to do with the quality of the service. Like, what is everybody else experiencing? Is it the same thing as you? Is it anything different? Are others being favored? Are others not being favored? So I mean, you can get to understand, like, Essence has like 21,000 reviews, right? So you pretty much would get to understand, like, what's everybody else saying about this platform here. Oh, this is like public knowledge, like public information that's out there, right? You can, I mean, there's some people also who say like some bad stuff. Yeah, pretty much like check out what is the bad stuff they're saying, you know, because somebody's gonna say not sending my money. And when they say that, you know what you do? If you are still interested in using that platform, you go try it out. Like, okay, fine, let me withdraw money. Let me see if they're not gonna send me my money, and then, you know, you figure it out for yourself. But I think most of us sometimes payout process is so old. What does this person mean? But the process is old, because if you can get your money, you can get your money. Be it old, new, I don't know, you know. But there's always people who say whatever they think according to them, right? So go check, but also try and see how many positives. All right, where is that? Try and see how many positives people are saying, or see all reviews. Try and see how many positives people are saying against the negatives. All right. So you find out like 6% of all these reviews is negative, but I mean like 88%. So who you're gonna listen to? The majority, the minority? I don't know, just your pick. But it's not about who you're listening to. End of the day, right? You can push your platform here too. Check out their reviews, like the platform that you really care so much and that you use the most for your trade, because those guys keep your money. Like those guys literally are in charge of, you know, your money coming to you and it not coming to you, right? They pretty much like control a part of your finances, you know, especially in this trading field. So if you don't really get to understand what everybody else is saying about them, you might miss the most important conversation in the room, right? So you want to check. So, you know, at your own time, check out a platform called Trustpilot and check out the reviews that people are having in relation with the platform that you're trading on, right? Just so you can maybe gain a little bit of some confidence, right? And don't just use platforms because everybody's using them. You know, it's just, don't use Excellence because I use it. No, use it because you are in love with the platform. Like you like what's being provided on the platform, right? Like, hey, you know, I love the fact that I can get my money swiftly. If that's what you love, well, use the platform for that. If you don't love that, if you want to get your money after 6 weeks, well, you can use another platform. If you want to get your money through like a different way that, you know, the platform doesn't have, well, you can figure out another platform. But as for me, I recommend it for the biggest reasons that, you know, I get my money every time on time. You know, every time. There's no time that Excellence has delayed to pay me my money. We're talking about a platform that's multi-regulated, all right, 24/7 customer service. Over 1 million traders are active there. Excellence pays over I think 2 million withdrawals every month. And all these withdrawals is most cases instant. And they're not like based on human interference. Like it's automated. From my observation, it's automated. You know, the idea that you place a withdrawal now and you don't have to go talk to customer service about it. Unless there's an issue, like maybe you put wrong details, maybe you didn't verify your account, you didn't complete KYC, maybe the number you put in is just not it. Maybe you just didn't really put the right number on the platform. And maybe they can't send money to a wrong number, like it's not registered under your name. But even though you have any of these issues, they have like 24/7 customer service. So, you know, you don't really have any issues. But from my observation, the withdrawals is automated, like so automated. Try out Binance withdrawals. I was talking about that in the morning too with my community. Like I think the fastest I've gotten my money has always been through Binance. Place a withdrawal now, barely seconds sometimes. I don't guarantee that for everybody, but again, it's gonna take a few minutes sometimes. But barely seconds, I get the money. But it's the best. Okay, awesome. I hope you're speaking from your experience. The only thing for me is age cap Xness has. Okay. Someone says I like because it's sprayed, but when it comes to withdrawals, it's hell. So you like a platform because they give you good spreads, but they can't give you money. I don't know. Does that make any sense to you that you continue using that platform? Yeah, but end of the day. Okay, fine. So this is gold on a 30 minutes time frame. We are around 23.6, and 23.6 is overall. It hurt me miss this move. I was shooting something at the time this was happening. I forgot to put my alarm. Like, I knew Paul was gonna be speaking on Friday at around 4 p.m. but I forgot to put an alarm, like just to come back and check. By the time I was realizing, markets was up there. Of course, I had like some other positions on my smaller account that I had running that I saw were profiting, but I figured out, woof, if I had realized, I was gonna make so much. This is like a 300-point move, like a huge jump to the upside, which I do think, you know, price might still do continue to the upside. I was still thinking the same this morning, because what I did is like I stretched a fib, right? Let me show you guys that. I stretched a fib across the low there, the low of New York last week, and the high of post New York, which is the highest point markets have been. And then I realized the price actually did retrace, like, you know, like a little retracement, right? This is like a little retracement to around this level. Now, this level has been retested twice already, which is 23.6, right? Maybe price is coming back for the third time. If it breaks this level, maybe we have room to go down, right? But if we don't break that level, I don't think we have room. I think we could keep pushing to the upside, right? But as it stands, this is a no trade zone scenario, according to me, right? I wouldn't trade inside here, right? So let me put this up. Okay. And it's not because it's a Monday. I know Mondays sometimes sacks, but this is just going to be a no trade zone momentarily, like in the meantime. Okay, so we're gonna no trade inside here. If you want to trade, give me reasons why you're gonna trade inside here. Just give me reasons, right? As for me, I'm not gonna trade inside here. I took a trade already. I got played, man. Sucks, but I got played for like $300, which is okay. I was risking 36 points in the morning, so I got played for that, which is okay. I said, fine, play me now, I'll play you again, I'll play you too. So we'll see. What fib level do you use? I use different fib levels for different reasons, but the biggest insight to it is they are purely just used for retracements, to understand where markets retrace. Look at US steady, sure. I had a dream about you. What dream is that? Do you trade full time? Yes, I trade full time. I trade for a living. If I don't trade, I don't eat. Sounds crazy though. Sounds very crazy. No, but I trade full time. It's not like I trade full time. I hope you get it. I trade full time. What fib level do you use? I answered that question, right? It's just a normal fib. I use them for retracement. 60 watt, 60 watt, 50 point watt, 23 point. Yeah, I use these fib levels for different reasons. How about BTC USD? Yeah, BTC USD, we saw it while we were on stream. In case you guys are wondering, we go live in the community. We saw this market. We analyzed this market to perfection. And some of you guys maybe might have been in that stream in the morning if you are here. But we saw the market prior to when everything here happened, but I just didn't take it. I don't know. I just didn't take it. No. I think I was focusing more on gold, and I ended up missing the market that gave everybody else money. Because we're talking about how many points was this? This is like around, yeah, 111 points to the downside. Imagine that. Missed that. You're so calm today. Yeah, it's just Monday. We're getting started. We're just getting started. You want me to be screaming on a Monday? I won't scream on a Monday. But if you ask me, I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream at you if you ask some crazy stuff. Sounds really sounds really intense. If you don't trade, I don't eat. Yeah, I mean, it could sound intense. If I don't trade, I don't eat, but it's not really like that, to be honest with you. It's just the idea that trading is my main thing. It's always been. I could have other things that I do, you know, in my own other time, but trading has always been the main thing. It's been the bridge between where I was and where I am. It still is the bridge between where I am and where I have to be, where I want to be, where I want to be, maybe. Yeah. So I keep trading. I keep at it. Do I take breaks? Sometimes. Rarely do I take, like, you know, just breaks for the sake of taking breaks. If I take a break from trading, it's generally because maybe maybe market conditions are not favorable. Maybe I had like a losing streak that was a little bit long. Maybe my psychology is not in check, you know. But again, sometimes it's just useful you take breaks, because like in my position, it's crazy that you might find yourself in a space where you trading just because of pressure, like just people putting you under pressure, like, hey, I want to trade, hey, give me a trade, hey, just explain this to me, hey, can we trade together? So you find yourself trading out of pressure. But I try to not do that, to be honest with you. Right, hence if you join any of my Signal platforms, I'll be opening up the paid one this coming week on Sunday for next month. It's going to be intense. September has always been one of my best months in trading. I can show you guys a track record for that. It's always been one of my best months to trade. September, November, yeah, October as well. Always my best month. November has always been my best month. I don't know, for some reason. I don't know if it's because I trade for the first season. Maybe it's because I trade for the first season. Where next do I think BTC is going? I still think it's downtrending, to be honest. Yeah. So even if I was to take out this, maybe hide this, because we didn't take this trade here together. Even if I was to hide this, I still do think this market is downtrending. For as long as it stays below this level here. Yeah. There's some crazy stuff that happened last night on BTC that caused it to collapse. So I still do think it's collapsing. But you have to wait for confirmation, though. There's no confirmation for you to do that as of now. So, yeah. Are we allowed to say things on this stream? Yes. Look, everybody else is saying something. Why are you quiet? You're here to what? To spectate? I mean, just say something. Come on, man. Say something. We advise someone to just earn a living out of trading. Not really, especially if you're starting out. I don't think trading should be your only source of income. It will frustrate you, and your life will be very frustrated. Trading is one of the hardest things to learn. I've seen easy things that people learn and they easily execute and do. Trading is not that easy. So in the beginning, you want to have other things that you're also doing besides trading itself, okay? And I recommend that for you. Trading is good, very good venture, but it could frustrate you, especially if you are not profitable as yet, right? Because the only time you start really enjoying the labor of your labor in trading is when you become profitable, right? So I think in the beginning you get a job, maybe be doing another business, so it could also like just finance the craft itself. Don't solely only trade, right? Yeah. I'm not saying that's the best thing to do. You guys, I could be wrong to some extent, but I think for your peace of mind, you could just find other things to. How's it going, Nathan? Jonas, what's up, Jonas? You good? Jonas is one hell of a tall guy. I've met him a couple of times. I think he's tall like that. Yeah. What's up, Jonas? I have a session coming this Wednesday at the trading space. I wasn't there today. I'll be there tomorrow, and I think Wednesday. I have a no, it's not a trading session. I think it's a learning session. It's not a trade. No, we'll mix it, but it's a learning session. If you guys are in Osaka, you could look out for the updates. I'll update tomorrow on how you can be part of it. Okay, but it's going to be exciting. We're going to do some learning. I want to explain a few things to a few people. I think max 25 people only on Wednesday. All right, so you guys can come around. How many traders do that? Like, how many traders here do that? Like, they are not scared of meeting people. I know a bunch of people who scam a lot of people, and they can't just be out there because nobody even knows where they're found. Yeah, but me, you know where I'm found. It's easy to catch me if I got money from you under false pretense. It's easy to catch me. You know, like if I stole money from you, if I blew your account because I was trying to manage it, you know where to find me, right? Yeah, very easy. But you guys know I don't do any of that. I strictly keep it straight up to education, mostly education, a bit of signals, yeah? Because signals, even though I don't really push that narrative as much, it shouldn't be as such. Signals, I say, is a list of things you should ever want to really pursue. It's good, yeah. If you're still learning, get instructions from the pros, fine. Even the pros could be wrong sometimes. So if you don't think the pros could be wrong, then you shouldn't actually even be taking the signals because you'll be frustrated. You think, oh, he's a pro, he shouldn't be wrong. You know, why is he wrong today? Why are we losing today? No, he could be wrong too. So it's better, you're better off learning the craft so that you also understand what is to be done and what is not supposed to be done. All right. Yeah, so you understand why you are losing and why you are winning. When you win, why you won. When you lost, why you lost. Okay? Very important. Mr. Nas is Tony Fib. Oh, Tony Fib. Shout out to my man, Tony Fib. Okay. I'll be there. Awesome. How much is mentorship with you? It differs, honestly. Just hit me up. Are you offering any mentorship programs? Yes. Just hit me up. I heard June, July, August aren't good for trading, but you just don't make as much compared to September. Okay, not really. There's some people really who make money in June, July. You know, I also have made money sometimes in June, July, even recently. It's just I think my worst month was July. August hasn't proved to be bad. It's been a good month. I think 75% of it has been good. Maybe 25% should have not been good. So that means we're still winning. But always the best months for me are like September, November, October. My favorite month is always November. I don't know, for some reason. I know it's the worst month for some traders because they'll be like, people taking holidays, there's no volumes and stuff. But I think for me, it's always the highest. It's always been one of the months I've made a lot of money from. Like, just always been. Yeah. Anyway, this is ranging right now. Boring, right? Yeah, boring. We might not take a trade on stream. Yeah, but you know, just let's see. Let's look at Nasdaq. What's happening there? I know it's at 23,400. Yeah, okay, similar thing going on here. It's always after. Okay, fine. So here, I think we have a similar analysis here as well, because we could look at like it's still a bullish market. We can look at this here, recent high, recent low, and then that means we have something like this. Okay, but then with Nasdaq, we are already under 23. That means that we have a high possibility of still pushing down. Maybe we could be targeting, let's say, buys around here. Okay, that's if we're going to buy this market, but more of potential sells. Okay, high probability potential sells, high probability. Okay, that this market is going to sell off, especially at the open. High probability means what? You guys know what high probability means? High probability means it has the highest chance of happening, right? Yeah, so don't get it twisted. So we are currently in New York session. There's a level here too. Do you ever update your strategy? Yes, I do every now and then, but I don't change it. I just update it. So I add on a few things that, you know, are in line with what makes sense. And if they're profitable, then we keep up with that. Have you ever blown an account? Several times, but it's a long time since I did that. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. But I have to blown a couple of accounts. But it's a long time since I blown an account. It's been a long time. Can you please fund my account? Sure. Send me your USDT wallet. I'm gonna fund your account. Yeah. Sales look more likely. Yes, they look more likely. What's the 23 level used for? It's just a level like any other level. Could be support, could be resistance. Yeah, but it's a retracement level too. When are you giving promo offers for the main Signal platform? I don't do promo offers for the Signal platform. We don't do that for that. To be honest with you, I just don't. Have you ever seen me run a promo this year? Like, have you seen me run a promo on any of these things? No. Do you know why? Simply because they have so much value, most of them. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes we are losing. Most times we are winning, definitely. But I just don't run promos on things that I see lots of value in. Because I've seen guys make 100,000 from taking my trades only, like just taking my trades. I've seen guys make 200,000. There's records out there. Go check my Check my Instagram. A couple guys who've made money from that. Till today, there's a couple guys. Today I have a guy by the name Charles. He made about $5,000 today, strictly using my trading strategy. Yeah, I think I'll start doing like, okay, but still bores me sometimes because everybody else does that. You know, interviews, student interview. I think it's good, yes, but man, let people win and win sometimes in private if they want to. But a couple of guys who win, just win in private. Like, just do your thing. As long as you're making money. Not everybody needs to see you on camera. Like, not everybody has to know this guy did this and stuff. Yeah. Even sir, please, I'm asking. No. I just said one person. It's not you. I said one person. Okay. In which station do you think it's good to trade gold? You can trade gold in London and New York station. Even Asians, just depends on your strategy, to be honest. What's the best to have a $50 account or buy a funded account? What's the best to be losing on your personal account or even lose and blow more funded accounts? None, right? So it means if you're not profitable, you're not profitable. You can buy 1 million in pro firms if you want. If you're not profitable, you're not profitable. The key here is this. I know everybody will preach it's better to have high capital. Yeah, lots of influencers for some of these platforms that do that. But the idea is simple. No matter how much money you have, if the skill you have is not that good, you always lose money. You always lose accounts. Sucks, right? But that's the reality. So then what should you focus on? Focus on improving your skill. Focus on trying to improve that skill set. Don't focus on trying to get and acquire more funding. Well, even if today I gave you 5,000, you know what? I know the story. You can tell me, hey, Mr. Nat, I have this skill. You know, I can trade. You know, I've been doing demo. You know, and a lot of guys look like doing that in my inbox. Just stop doing that, okay? Like, I get it. You say you can trade. But if you can't still be profitable, even on your small $100 account, like 100, and you can't even get consistent withdrawals, $20, 30, 50 here, you know, maybe a month you're compounding and your account is still there, you know, you're still trading for a whole month. Just stop it. Even a funded account won't take you anyway. It's not going to help you. It's not going to save you. It's not going to save you. It's not. So you can have 100,000, you still blow it. One way or the other, you'll be greedy, you're going to mess up, you're going to put crazy stops, you're going to be trading on hope, you're going to over leverage, you're going to do all sorts of things. So just don't do it. Are you admitting people to the main signal? Yes, this coming Sunday, I will be doing that for September. All right. Because September is going to be my best month. One of my best. Okay. It's always been one of my best months. So we're going to be trading together September. All right. So August is done. Maybe reason why market is slowing down at the end of it. Not completely. We still have volume. We just need to wait for the right opportunities. But currently there isn't much, as you know, the saying. Could be selling this very soon, guys. Take that into consideration. I could be selling this very soon. Yeah, could be selling this very soon. My favorite asset. Thank you so much for knowledge. You're always welcome, Collins. Mr. Nas, it's possible for some of your old students to come through. Yes, always. Kelvin, man, what are you waiting for? Always. I don't only deal with new guys. I deal even with the old guys. I have people who's coming in the trading space, like literally who's been with me since 2021. They don't pay anything. When you pay once and that's it. You don't need to pay anything else. So they still come around. They still have conversations. We still trade together. We still interact. So come around. First acquired a skill, trade for 6 months minimum. Yeah. You haven't been active on social media this weekend. Why? You mean not every time you have highlights, right? And that's a sad reality that we have currently with the life that we have right now. Everybody thinks you should be having some highlight every day. Look at what somebody said here. It's a lady, she was saying something. Yeah, some lady was saying something. I think I saved a video here. This is my IG account. Where did I save it? Where do you find saved stuff? Here? Nah, I didn't save it here. Nah, I didn't save it here. Let me refresh this page. The sad reality of the life that we live in right now is that people expect... Okay, I didn't save the video. Sadly, I didn't save it. Yeah, but anyway, the message was... The sad reality is that we're living in a world where you expect everybody to have a highlight every day. Mr. Nas, I paid once, you removed me. You know why? Maybe you broke a rule. Maybe you acted stupid. we sometimes remove, like, if you break rules, we just like, hey man, you don't have to break a rule. You need to get out of here. Because if you get into any environment, right, there's rules set, so you need to just follow them. Maybe you broke a rule or something. Just need to figure out what exactly happened that we could get you back in. Yeah, anyway, you don't expect people to always have highlights every single day, right? Sometimes it's good to have like a quiet moment, you know, away from certain things, and your life still moves. My life moves away from social media, to be honest with you. Like sometimes I post, yeah, sometimes I don't post. I post when I feel like, you know, I produce a video if I want to, or produce a post if I want to. Mostly it's about if I'm having something going on, whatever. If I don't have anything going on, even if sometimes I do, if I don't post anything, it's just life still continues. And it should be like that. Like nobody should put you under pressure to really just always be in motion. Sometimes you're not in motion. You should be okay with that, okay? No motion sometimes you're just at ease. You are living your best life sometimes. You already have everything you want and you're just okay. Alrighty? Yeah, sometimes it's like that. What motivated you to keep going after blowing your accounts? Was there anything that motivated me? I think because I figured out I still saw a lot of hope in this thing called trading, despite the fact that I was losing money. Yeah. No, I think it's just removed me. I didn't pay last year, September signal. Oh, okay. I get it. We can have that resolved. Just hit me up or something. Meet up soon. Breaking down simplicity. I hope I do that the next seminar. Awesome, Kasonde. Anytime, my man. I saying if I pay for the paid group, English is hard. Don't have to pay again. Yes, not signals. Signals you pay every month, okay? But if you pay for education, you don't have to pay ever again. That's how it is. That's how we roll. We don't have to pay for anything ever again. But it's like I'm selling you the same loaf of bread twice. You know that? Yeah, I'm selling the same loaf of bread twice. Doesn't make sense to me. Like, why? You should get it in totality and that's it. You trade S&P 500? No. Because I trade Nasdaq, I don't have to trade S&P. Well, there's some people who do because they don't trade Nasdaq maybe. Already in sales on Nasdaq earlier today, using your analysis. Awesome. Skill plus consistency equals profitability. If you're unprofitable, then you are unprofitable. Yes. Even if you get more money, you will still lose money. Facts. Even if you get more money, you still lose money. I'm in China right now. I'm trying to figure out how best I can connect with you. Not much people trading here. How can I get started? No, there's a lot of people trading in China actually. Just don't know people who are actually in the business, but there's people trading in China. But you can hit me up. There's a link somewhere in this video. Just figure out how you can get through to me. We can have a good conversation. I'm currently there where I'm losing, but it's difficult to leave this thing called trading, because I know, yeah, you know what it can do, right? So you know what you can do. What you can also do is, because you are losing, accept that you're losing first. And then to get a solution, you might need to implement a different system, a different strategy, a different set of rules, a different set of knowledge. All right. And how you do that is if you can acquire it. Okay. Accept you're losing now and figure out where you can get some kind of education, right? Like who has a course that you think is reliable. And don't buy courses for the sake of buying courses. Please don't do that. Okay. Because buying courses for the sake of buying courses only leads you to finding yourself in a space of frustration, because now everybody else selling a course now, even people that are not traders. Like I know lots of people who have created educational content, but they don't trade themselves, so they don't have much experience about the actual markets per se. So what are you going to learn from that? You're going to just learn simulations, right? Simulations is good, yes, but live markets is always the best, because you won't trade simulations, you trade live markets. All right. So yeah, anyway, where you get education also too matters, because, you know, I know people will say, you know, I'll learn from YouTube. So I'm going to go on YouTube. Like oh, what the hell am I doing? I'm going to go on YouTube. Okay. And then while I'm on YouTube, I'm just going to search for, what is Forex trading? Okay, fine. I expect every newbie to do this, right? But check now. The problem is, you see all this bunch. There's an Indian guy here saying his own thing. There's this guy, I don't know who the hell this guy is. There's you know, everybody's saying there's this guy, Alex here. Everybody's saying a bunch of different things, right? So now your problem will be how to put all this bunch of different things together so you can learn how to trade. Okay, there's Kojo saying his own things. There's this girl, I don't know who this girl is. There's different people saying their own things, right? The problem is going to come in on how you can put everything together to make it work out, because now you're all over the place. It's like you are trying to be everywhere yet nowhere. It's going to be very hard. What's the biggest shift in your trading that took you from losing to break even to consistent profits? My biggest takeaway has always been that I think took me from a losing trader to kind of break even, and then obviously profitability. I've always embraced education, embraced learning from my mistakes, embraced realizing that I do make mistakes, and if I make a mistake, there's a solution somewhere, and that solution sometimes is not in my hands. Sometimes that solution is in somebody else's hands. Somebody else's hands could be my associates. Somebody else's hands could be my friends. Somebody else's hands could be maybe a random course somewhere that maybe I got it by based off recommendation or whatever the case might be, right? But I realized even when I was losing that there was something I was doing wrong, and I had to learn from those mistakes. So it's very important that you do so too, if you ever want to move from one level of losing trader to like the next level of like profitability. Okay. It's just a thin line. It's a thin line, to be honest with you. And don't ever think that it's magical. Even me, where I am today, I lose money. Okay. But the differentiation is I know how to lose. But a lot of people who lose consistently don't know how to lose, right? So I can lose consistently maybe like 5 trades in a row. Okay. And then there's somebody else who can lose only once and their account is gone. And they can't even afford to lose 3 more times. Why? Maybe they have bad risk, they have bad emotional management, they have bad trade tactics, and it could be different things. But yeah, you learn from your mistakes, then you get better. To learn Forex on YouTube, you need to follow one channel that breaks down the model and follow the community and just lock in. Yeah, maybe something like that also could work. I learned from Standard Sense, then moved from regular accounts because YouTube really confused. Yeah, you could get confused on YouTube. Very possible. Very possible. Okay, guys, let's look at gold. Gold looks like it's rejecting this level yet again. Can't take a trade. No, I'm not. Can't take a trade here. No. There's two things that could happen here too. The two things is we could close below this level with the next candle like this maybe, and then we could continue going down. That's a first scenario. The second scenario is we could reject here, start going up, accumulate buyers, and then have the highest volume of buyers when we break outside this level. Then maybe I could look at buying there, and then I could look at selling here. Two scenarios. Inside here, I am not going to trade gold in the meantime. And then we looked at BTC USD too. BTC looks like it's now dropping. Okay, which is good to see. Yeah, it could continue dropping. In fact, I know we could continue an extra, I don't know how many points this is, but maybe an extra 60, 70, or an extra 130 points. Yeah, we could continue. I think we're still downtrending here. We are still downtrending. Because somebody asked me to look at EURUSD. Though I don't trade EURUSD myself. No, let me not say I don't. I'll be lying if I say that. But I will say I rarely trade EURUSD. But it also looks like we have a similar formation. Almost all assets have a similar formation because of what Paul did last week. All right, but I think this is still bullish as well. Look at this. You guys trade what, trend lines and stuff? Yeah. Then okay, for me, I'll be looking at a break here to look for buys. Simple as that. A break here, if price pushes up, then we can buy this market to London's high, and then maybe I can look at this as the overall area of interest. I want to learn your strategy. You're learning it right now. You are. Are you seeing what I'm doing? You're learning it. Just not in totality. In totality, you have to maybe sit around the table with me, and maybe sometimes like over online coaching and stuff. That could be in totality. Right now, you're learning something. Yeah, I think something like this makes sense, right? That's for EURUSD, if you guys trading EURUSD. But I can't analyze all assets. Most cases, I analyze things that I'm going to be trading when I come here. So highest probability is Nasdaq from here. I could be looking for sales on this asset. I'm just waiting. Let's get some likes, then I'll continue. If you don't get likes, I'm going to end the stream in about 2 minutes from now. Let's all like the stream. Same analysis, nice. What pair will you advise for beginner to trade? All pairs is good for beginners, but just pick the top 3. 1 commodity, 1 indice, 1 currency. That should be good. Maybe you pick Nasdaq, you pick gold, maybe you pick pound USD. Those are good assets. You trade USD? Yes, if I'm not trading Nasdaq. And shout out to my helper Matt in trades. Okay. If you could only give me one piece of advice to become consistent, what would it be? There's no one piece of advice that will make you consistent. There isn't. But if I could give you advice, I would say erase the noise and just focus on one thing. Focus on one strategy, focus on one pair, focus on one session, focus on one thing. Do it over time. Tell me what happens after 3 months. I bought a course from a top Zambian trader because his strategy is similar to mine. It's disappointment. I'm telling you, I'm planning on withdrawing from the course. I don't care if you fund me. Okay, cool stuff. But what influenced you to buy that course in the first place? Don't blame the trader. You were influenced to some extent to buy that course, right? So if you look at what influenced you, maybe you understand. Okay, maybe you understand. Everybody does things out of influence. So there's something that influenced you, Alpha. Right. There's something that influenced you. That's why you went to that person and said, hey, bro, like, I want to learn something from you. Okay. And the person told you, okay, look, if you want to learn something from me, I'm going to charge you A, B, C, D, and here. Right. And they charged you that much, and you had to pay that much. And, you know, based on how much you paid, they gave you what they kept on using. But yeah, I understand your position. Look, not all strategies work for everybody again. Okay. And sometimes I like to say that because something is not working for you doesn't mean it's not working for everybody, right? Some traders, maybe the guy who sold you a strategy, maybe it's working for him according to him, right? So you might paint him bad, like, why is this thing not working? But maybe it's working for him. Okay, I'm not trying to side him, but I'm just saying that maybe it's working for him. You know, maybe you just haven't given it enough time. You see, even with what I teach, I tell everybody that learns from me, if you come to learn from me and learn everything that has to do with how I trade, there's a link in the description that I've attached my course, right? If you guys want to get it, I mean, it's easy. You can click the link and see the options. But if you're ever going to do that, you should also be ready to go through that process, right? The process of willing to unlearn everything that you've learned and then take up a new phase of education. And then even when you do that, you should be willing to give it time. Like, I am willing to give this one strategy time before I can start seeing results, right? Because even though I could be good at what I do, you will not become profitable in a week or in a day. That is not going to happen. Trust me, it's not going to happen. And I'll never guarantee you that. Never. Because I'm not after you paying me just for the sake of you paying me. No, I'll never guarantee you that you become profitable in whatever time that you want to become profitable. Profitability is based on comprehension. Different people comprehend different things at different levels. There's some guys who are so smart. I deal with some guys who are smart. There's this one lady, she's in South Africa right now. I'm teaching her. We have a session tonight. She's very fast. Like, she's getting things easily, and she's putting in the work. And I know for a fact that even just from that, I can see somebody who's going to become profitable sooner than they think, because they're putting in the work, they're fast, they are comprehending at a very high rate. But for somebody who is in like them, they should be willing to endure, like they should be willing to let this thing take time. So yeah, God is rejecting. Okay, fine, let's look at it. But I'm not taking a trade because it's rejecting. No, I'm not. I told you that, right? Now, this is not reasons why I'm going to take a trade. These two, we didn't take a trade here, no. Yeah, so, no. I was going to be looking for buys on Nasdaq if we were above this area here. If we were above here, I was going to be looking for buys, but we are not. So I think sells is just like something that could happen. I don't know though if these sells are going to be firstly like that, then boom, or just woof. Okay, I don't know, but let's see. Depends on the volume. In about 6 minutes, New York session starts. Like the opening bell is gonna hit. So we should embrace the volume that comes with that. What broker do you use? I use Exness. Which session is more volatile? New York session, London. All sessions are volatile. Depends on the asset you're trading though. What's your strategy for risk management? I have two strategies for risk management. Two of them. There's one I use to compound. It's so static. I risk the same percentage. There's one I use to day trade, in the sense of sometimes I'm just capitalizing off like, high probability setups. It is not static per se. I change ratios. I change, returns. I change a couple things, but still, have a very high winning rate and a low losing rate. It's what has also helped me remain consistent too. But again, both still do. It's just like I have two strategies, so you might need to be so specific. He has never been available, like he's busy and it's frustrating me. But if he gave you the value, then don't blame him. Maybe you just need to work with what he gave you. All right, people, we're not getting likes. I'm going to leave you right now. Okay. I gave you some trades. It's been almost an hour now. Let's wait to learn Forex to master one setup. Yeah. Do you think BTC is worth trading? Yes, I trade that asset. It's worth trading. What is the name of that indicator that shows trading sessions? Code happy hour. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave you now. People don't want me to be live here. They're not liking the stream. But yeah, let me go trade live with our paid signal platform here. Yeah, let's go trade live. Let's send out some trades here too. We see what's gonna happen for New York session. But I gave you guys some trades, right? I gave you guys some ideas, rather, right? Ideas on gold. I explained what I'm expecting. Ideas here too. So yeah, okay. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm out of here. We'll be back on Wednesday, potentially, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Hope you learned something. Hope you had good conversations. We're getting into New York session now, and yeah, trade safely. All the best in your trading. I was gonna stick around if we got more likes, but I'm realizing we're not getting likes. So yeah, I think I'm ranting and nobody likes it. Okay, have a good one. Someone says, what's this? Okay, I don't understand that. I've liked this stream. Yeah, you're the only one who liked this stream. Please drop a new YouTube video. Okay, I'll drop a new YouTube video this week. Okay, so educational. I'll drop a new YouTube video. All right, bye bye. Have a good one. Peace out.